Hey everybody, it's Darlene, and I'm going to be sharing with you a DIY project that we are going to be doing in our Class A RV. Stay tuned! Welcome back. We are going to be replacing the curtains in our Class A 2002 Newmar Dutch Star RV. That's a mouthful. We have the old style accordion shades, and you can tell over time, since it is, oh my gosh, it's 20 years old. But you can tell over time, you know, they get dirty, maybe water stained and things like that. And so we bought the RV back in 2019, and we were trying to just do little projects along the way. We recently put in a new fold-out sofa, and that was nice. You could check out our video on that. And the next thing we wanted to tackle were the curtains up front. So the first thing I did was that I wanted to replace the curtain track rollers that they have. So I looked online, and I bought the wrong ones. I bought these little white rollers, and I measured the track and the roller size, or I measured the track that we have and the width and everything, and I thought these would work, but the diameter of the wheel was just a tad too big for the eye track that we have. So these did not work, but that's okay. I was only out a few dollars because these were on Amazon for a pack of 50. When I checked on the Newmar website and I looked in their catalog and looked for, you know, our model, and was looking for replacements, they had something, the curtain track rollers, that were more like these. They have a smaller wheel on them, and the ones that we have in the RV already have this little hook that is for curtains that have grommet holes in them. And so I thought about replacing the rollers, but I actually might be able to keep the rollers and just add this little black clip, because I can put it in the hole on the roller. And this is what we're going to clip the curtain on. So we're just going to clip the curtain with this and then hang it up just like that. And so there's really going to be no sewing. I don't have to add grommet holes into these curtains. There's less work. And so the curtains that we're using are from Walmart, and it's this package of 2 panels. They're 84-inch. As you can see, the colors in here, we've got some gray, dark gray, light gray, brown, and then this pearl kind of color. The neat thing about these curtains is, you know, they already have, you know, they're already hemmed and got nice seams in them and everything. And my original thought was going to go with the curtains long ways. You know how you have it where you put the rod in, and then I was just gonna go long ways and maybe cut them. But then when we got in there, I realized that going and sewing the curtains end to end, and so putting them up sideways this way, was the perfect length. It's about 1.5 inches longer than the accordion shades that are in there, and so it'll come down and it'll drape nicely over the dash, hopefully. And so to give it more of a homey feel, I think. So I'm gonna sew 2 panels together. I'm going to sew it end to end, and I only need to sew them together in one area, and then I'll take the other 2 panels, we'll sew them end to end, and then where we are going to close the curtains when we have them pulled in the front, we're just going to close them with little Velcro tabs. And these are that's sticky back for fabrics. And so again, so no sewing, no extra, you know, clipping or anything. I'll just stick them on there, and then we'll close it up that way and be able to give ourselves some privacy with some new shades. Hopefully this will work out. So I've taken over my dining room today. I haven't gotten my sewing machine out in a long time. I bought a pearl thread to use for sewing these together. Cross your fingers. And first we're going to start with coffee. So what I've done is I laid the curtains end to end, and I tried to keep the continual pattern going right here. So where I have this little metal pin collector is where the seams, both the seams are, and I'm wanted to sew them together to keep the pattern going. And this is going to be one whole side. So these two panels sewn together here, I'm sewing the ends together, is going to be one whole side from the middle of the cab over one way. And then I'm going to sew the next two panels together, and that'll be from the middle of the cab over to the all through the driver's side. And so you can see here where I have laid it over, I'm going to pin this and sew it together so I can keep the pattern going, so you can't really tell too much, you know, where one stops and the other starts. Whoops, so we gotta get that lined up. We're gonna pin it up and then we'll sew it. And I have begun taking down our lovely accordion shades. So I'm sliding these off of these hooks right here. You can see that right there. And these are the hooks that have come with it. And I am just kind of bending them. I'm sliding the things off, and then I'll be able to use those to put the hooks, the new hooks on. And this one I'm gonna have to, I don't even know what this thing is, but I'm gonna have to take it off. So I'm gonna have to work on getting that off of there. But we're beginning the process. La, 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 la. All right, so at this point in the project, I have hung up the first half of the curtains on the passenger side, and it turned out really good. It was, the length was perfect, the color looks good. It was a little bit challenging trying to get the old accordion shades off and getting these on. I had to finagle with the track a little bit, and then I had to add some of the new hooks. And anyway, it was a little tiring. I started looking at the curtains on this side. These two pieces, I'm actually just going to sew the ends together because the pattern will match, will still match fairly well together. I don't have to, because if I try to overlap it like I did the last one, I'm really going to lose a lot of material there in the middle, and I don't want to do that. So this will match really well. And then I'm going to take this out and do the same thing on the driver's side.